Hey guys, I'm Corey from EraserDread, and normally I'm not in front of the camera. I'm behind the computer making the animations, but I thought I would do one of these because I've been watching a lot of reaction vids, and I thought it was really cool to see people's reactions and stuff. So I thought I could do my own like little breakdown of the animation, go through the story, and kind of explain my process because it's not stop motion animation, and I guess it's kind of like a claymation hybrid, but it's not like your typical claymation where you do frame by frame animation. I tried that in the past, and it didn't really work out for me. I spent like hours just putting together this clay. I think it was a political figure. And then, it just, when you go to watch it back after hours and hours, frame by frame, and then it just looks so bad. And it also killed my back. My back's not in the best shape. So anyways, it wasn't for me. So yeah, my guys are made of clay. So that's a clay Webby. And then I do a 3D scanning of them. It's basically photogrammetry. So you take a photo, move it, take a photo, move it, take a photo, move it. And you just basically get a 360 capture of your clay model. And then I bring that into Blender, and then I rig the character, like create a bone system through it, and then I could animate that character. So like he's totally like movable and controllable. So that's basically my process. Once that's done and I have my character all rigged up and cleaned up and everything, and they look good, then I start to build my scenes, build my sets. And my sets are usually they're made from like Blender assets, like the motel and stuff. Those are just purchase assets. I would love to be able to build everything from scratch. That's my end goal here. But like right now, I'm just one guy doing this, so it would be very, very tough to build all that, like that scope of things. So for like let's say a couch, I have like an asset library of just like furniture and stuff. So that simplifies the process, but my models they're all made of clay, so they're like clay animated. I don't like using the word claymation because I really do respect those guys, and anyone who does stop motion, like it's its own different beast, and it's very impressive. So I don't want to take away from that. This is like my own thing, but I like the look of it. I find that the look of the clay mixed with the real life looking assets, it's just got this weird look. Also, like I add like digital eyes, so like there's no eyeballs, so the eyeballs are digital, and I find that also adds like a really cool kind of look, like these like shiny realistic looking eyes on these like clay cartoonish things. I find that gives it a really fun look. So yeah, that's basically my style, and how I've been doing this and making these animations.
Wait, I got an idea.
A little bit about the story with the Webby video is well, I guess we saw in his post on Instagram there, like he kind of explained it, but yeah, so basically I animated the first minute up till after the first course basically, and then I sent it to him, and I sent it to someone on his team. I figured it would probably not get through to Webby, so I was looking for people that he associates with, and I was hoping that maybe they could get it to him. But yeah, so it turned out that actually happened, and it worked, and that's how he got back to me. And yeah, so we were just kind of going through the process, doing it like through text. I would just send him little like checkpoints every like usually after I finished like a whole part to the next course, then I would send it to him, see what he thought, and yeah, there wasn't too many revisions. He was pretty happy with it, like from the get go, really. Like we had to make a couple minor changes, but overall, he really did trust my vision, and he liked what I was doing, and I was kind of making it up as I went along too. Like I didn't actually have a set story. I started using little Easter eggs and movie references, so that started to become its own thing. And I was trying to think of like trippy things or drug related things, and the story, it tells itself. It really does. So that's why like the courses, like they have to be in a car up until the course, because that's where it's taking place. Like for the whole second part, essentially, they're in a car. Then they're outside of a motel. So you can't really veer from the script that much. So that stuff, it just kind of came naturally. And then when it came to the course, I kind of had freedom to just try and make cool stuff. And like, so I was thinking, like, this is the craziest night of his life. So I was like, that's kind of how hell came into it. This guy has literally gone to hell and back in one night. One crazy night with this crazy guy named Doug. That was kind of how I came up with the hell idea. And then in hell, like, Webby has a lot of pop culture references in his music, so I was like, okay, I'll just make like iconic movie characters and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's how that came to be. And like, just so you can see, like, this is the devil. So this was the devil originally. Then I ripped off his head, and then I built Freddy Krueger. And Freddy has green and red, right? So I just painted green over the red parts. So yeah, that's pretty much the story. And then I had a nice talk with Webby over the phone, and it was he was just super chill. It's really an honor to have my video just come out to go through that rollout process. Like, it was very surreal. So I'm just really thankful, really grateful, and seeing all the positive feedback and everything. It's really been amazing. So now let's go through this music video. I'll just like add little snippets and pause throughout and explain some stuff that kind of came to mind. And let's go.
I was at a rooftop bar down in Austin, Texas. My date stood me up, I was lost and restless. About to call it a night and not get reckless. Probably just smoke a joint and watch Netflix. But
So yeah, that Netflix thing, that was actually the first visual I had that was like kind of surreal in a way. And I needed to add that because I was like, it's not really interesting if you just have them at the bar the whole time. So whenever I was able to get people out of a thing, then I'd like just a cool shot of him smoking a joint, watching Netflix. I thought that would be awesome. The bartender is actually, she was used, my girlfriend's mom actually made her for a Ryan Gosling parody type thing that I was making. So that's actually supposed to be Margot Robbie. Fun little fact.
old man at the side of the bar was getting pissed cause the reader kept declining his card. I said screw it, put it on mine and grab another round and sat down with this old motherfucker. I said my name's Chris and he said Doug. I asked what he did and he said drugs. I was like, damn Doug, are we now best friends? He just
I like the like slow lean in. One of my friends was kind of my inspiration for Webby. He's like got ADD, so he's like kind of all over the place. So shout out to Spencer. Thanks for the inspiration.
nodded his head down to shot and then he pulled a bag of cocaine from his blazer pocket. We went to the bathroom stall and locked it, and we did key bumps till my face was numb. The craziest night of my life had begun.
Yeah, so the toilet thing, that was like another one of the first things I was like, okay, how do I get like to another scene, get somewhere? So I was just like, let's just flush him down a toilet, like whatever. Doesn't have to make sense. It's just fun. And then I just did like a generic kind of trippy background for this first course, and I took like the bar signs, like the alien head and stuff.
Yeah, I'm getting faded with the stranger. Whoa, faded with the stranger. Yeah, I'm getting faded with the stranger. Next thing I knew, I was driving south with this old guy Doug with a blunt in his mouth. I went
the ADHD on the license plate there. Some people have picked up on that. It's always nice when you see that, but I thought that was pretty cool.
With this old guy Doug with a blunt in his mouth. I went to open the glove and the gun fell out. Doug yelled, "Don't touch that!" I said, "No doubt." He said we had to make a pit stop in San Antonio for more blow, Molly and Zans. I was like, God damn, Doug, you the man. Got that? Then he scooped a couple hookers in the van. Next was Laredo to get more yayo.
The hookers are actually the same person. I just like painted and changed the hair to simplify it, but I didn't like, they're the same exact body. I just painted them different colors.
To get more yayo. I'm like, damn Doug, shit, don't we got enough? Yo, we stopping anyway though to see my guy Diego. He's in the cartel. Wait, Doug, what the
yeah, seeing Diego there too, same thing. It was like, okay, how could I get us out of this car to show something visually uh, a little different? And I like the little wink sound effect I added. I was pretty happy Webby let me add some sound effects to it too, because it's just kind of cool to hear it different. Now I can't listen to the song without hearing that like ding. Okay, moving on.
Fuck, he said he's gonna smuggle us to Mexico City, and then he admitted that he's on the run, and it hit me. I'm in way over my head with this crazy old dude, but fuck it, we got some drugs to do.
Breaking Bad, obviously. Also, Jesse's body is actually Ryan Gosling from that another short that I made. Yeah, so I just like changed his face, added sunglasses and a hat. I thought it was funny. It's that iconic position from the last season where Jesse holds the gun to him. But I thought it was funny if he has his like Heisenberg setup, but he's also got like his underwear on. Moving forward. So yeah, this whole part. That was Willy Wonka. My brother actually came up with that. He's like, "Oh, make him look like Willy Wonka in the boat there with the lights going like that." So that's where that came about. The Mario Cloud. It was cool to see people find. Not many people noticed that one though. And surprisingly, the one coming up next, The Big Lebowski, that was like to me the most like iconic where people would notice, and so yeah, that's the shot coming up. We were on PCP, mescaline, coke, and a little LSD. Somewhere down in Mexico with Diego and Doug. Up front, while I'm in the back with hookers and drugs. They pulled into a dirty motel with no lights, and they said that we were gonna stop here for the night. Doug took me aside and said we needed to talk. He pulled out a glass pipe. I love them arguing in the back here, like Diego and the girls. I just thought it just really sets the tone of what's going on in this crazy situation.
To talk, he pulled out a glass pipe and we went on a walk. He said, "Chris, I wanna let you know I love you, dude." I said, "You're kinda crazy, Doug, but shit, you're cool too. Not for real. I like you even more than my kids. They're pieces of shit. So that's why I wanted to give to you the secret coordinates of my whole life savings. It's deep in the desert, only I know the location." I'm like,
okay, so that one that's one of my favorites. So my girlfriend said you should add DB Cooper, and I was like, what if Doug was DB Cooper? Because we don't know who DB Cooper is. Doug seems to have a lot of money. He's in the desert, and he's on the run. So he very much could have been DB Cooper. So I was just like, that's kind of fun. And you got the D for Doug. So that's where that came about. And yeah, so I have a little parachute there, and then a little like a parachute vest type thing that I added. So it's subtle, but it's one of my favorite like little Easter eggs of this, and to me I find it hilarious that Doug is DB Cooper. Okay, moving on.
In the desert, only I know the location. I'm like, damn, Doug, you would really do that? He said, hell yeah. Then he pulled out some crack, took a quick hit, spazzed out and fell flat. I was like, shit, Doug, you're having a heart attack. And just like that, Doug was dead. Tried CPR twice, still fucking dead. Felt the
yeah, so I originally had one kick, and I was like, oh, it's just funny that he kicks him. But then Webby wanted 2 kicks, and I added the second kick, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's way funnier. And I also like that Webby kind of like talks to the camera, like he breaks the fourth wall sometimes, like he looks right into the camera, which I thought was kind of funny for his character here. And just Doug, the zoom out on Doug dying, and then yeah, so then I was like, ghost Doug. That's where we're getting now.
Doug was dead, tried CPR twice, still fucking dead. Felt the drugs wearing off and reality got me. I'm with the cartel member in a dead body, plus 2 hookers in a very...
Weekend at Bernie's for Doug there. I think Webby has a Weekend at Bernie reference in one of his songs too, so that's kind of how that one came.
Dead phone, hope Diego can give me a ride home. Shit.
So I originally had the whole thing in hell. Like I finished the thing in hell. Webby wanted me to get him out of hell a little quicker. So I was just like, what if it was like a Deus Ex Machina or whatever, where something random just comes and kind of saves the story, saves the plot. So I was just like, oh, Rick and Morty. Let's add a Rick and Morty portal. I feel like whatever. In a video like this, you could kind of break the rules of the world and just have fun with it. So, and that's what I did. And so I built the Rick and Morty ship. It doesn't look great, but and then you could actually see him in the ship too, like subtly, but like it's not too clear. So he looks really bad. But yeah, I did add him in the ship too. Like, yeah, you could see him sitting there. He sits there, he turns his head, and then he flies through the portal. And then, yeah. Yeah, so that's it. That was kind of the animation process. I love Dead Doug in the sky. And yeah, maybe there is room for a sequel in this. Like, I think it would be pretty funny. One of my buddies, Spencer, again, he said it would be funny if the cartel is holding him and making him rap. So he has to rap for the cartel. So I thought that would be pretty funny. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I would like to do more talking head stuff in the future and like little breakdowns of my stuff. And also I'm going to start doing live kind of clay where we could just chill, drink, and build things out of clay and chat. So I think maybe this Wednesday I'll probably start that. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, now I'm going to go edit this and hopefully not cringe at myself too much. All right, how do I stop?